In this video, we will be expanding this binomial using Pascal's triangle. So Pascal's triangle goes like this. You start off always with just 1, 1, and 1, and then you add pairs. So 1 plus 1 is 2, and you end off the row with 1s. 1 and 2 make 3, 2 and 1 make 3. End off the row with 1s. 1 and 3 make 4, 3 and 3 make 6, 3 and 1 make 4. Finish off the row with 1s. 1 and 4 makes 5, 4 and 6 makes 10, 6 and 4 makes 10, 4 and 1 make 5, and I will finish off the row with 1s. Alright, let's see how far we can get with this many rows of the Pascal's triangle. When it comes time to know when to use which row, just understand this. The top row here is for the 0 power, which you never wind up actually using. The second row is for the first power. The third row is for the second power. This row will be for problems that are to the third power, and this will be for the fourth power. And let's see, can I scooch over a little bit? And this last row will be for the fifth power. Okay, now this particular problem is the third power. That tells us that we will be using these coefficients, 1, 3, 3, 1. So that's what we're going to set up first is the coefficients. So I will write 1, 3, you know what? Before I write that down, let me write down the 3 steps that we always do. Alright, the first step is the setup. The second step is powers. And the last step is to multiply. I highly recommend following these procedures. Some students try to skip steps and go straight from the setup to multiply, and some kids don't even set it all the way up properly. And that's how mistakes get made. Alright, you have plenty of time. Follow the procedure. Trust me. So, first of all, the setup. Coefficients are 1, 3, 3, 1. So here I go. 1, 3, 3, 1. Everything always starts off as positive, so I'm just going to put a plus sign in front of these. Okay, next I'm going to look at the first term of the binomial, 2x. And this is on the left. I'm going to start off on the left. I don't know why I wrote a 3. Alright, so it's 2x. So I'm going to go 2x, and then I'm going to start off with the power I have. So 2x to the third power. And then I will decrease 2x squared, and then 2x to the 1 power, and then the 0 power gives you nothing. Alright, next I'm going to move over to the other term of the binomial, which in this case is -1. It's on the right, so I'm going to start off with it on the right. So I will do -1 again to the third power, the power of the problem, and now I will decrease as I go left. So -1 squared, and then -1, and then none. So now I've completed the setup step. Now on the middle step, I'm going to only do powers, no multiplication. That means these coefficients, which never have any powers, are just going to come down unchanged. So I encourage you, as you do this step, first thing you should do is just copy down all of the coefficients unchanged. So you won't be tempted to multiply 3 times 2 and get 6, because that would be wrong. Okay, so I'll do the pink part first because this has power. So 2x to the third power. I've got to make sure I do 2 to the third power as well as x to the third power. So this is going to give me 8x to the third power. Alright, I've got to do 2 squared and x squared, so that's going to give me 4x squared. This one doesn't have any power, so I'm just going to bring it down. Now I'll go back and do the greens. -1 to the third power is just -1. -1 squared is +1. And then this -1 doesn't have a power, so I'll just copy it down. So that's what you should get once you do all of the powers. Notice as I did those powers, any exponents I had went from being outside the parentheses to now the remaining exponents are inside the parentheses because now they're just on the x. They're not on the whole problem anymore. Alright, now it's time to multiply. And this will be our final answer. So 1 times 8x to the third power is just 8x to the third power. Now here I've got 3 times 4 times -1. 3 times 4 is 12, times -1 makes -12. So I'll have -12x squared. 3 times 2 is 6, times 1 is still 6. So I'll have plus 6x. Then 1 times -1 is -1. So I'll just have -1. So this should be the final answer. Okay, my eyes go to C with that 8x to the third power. And I see the -12, the +6, and the -1. So the answer is C.